in the footage. So here we go, looking again at the video. Alright, let's keep looking. So there's nothing right there, so it's gotta be a bit later. And you hold it down to fast forward or rewind. What is that? Back it up. Right there. That thing fell out. Watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Well, at least they're not playing it. Still wonder why it's broken on one part. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. They fall out and roll great. Oh, shut up. We can't be sure that item was in the locker to begin with. What do you mean? Sensor triggers when the locked door is shut. Something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door. Inserted? Inserted in an unpleasant place, let's say. The white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. And now, just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times I get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. It'd be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, you also have to block electrical currents. Need to be an insulator. This crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. By insulator, you don't mean... I think I got this one. Very well. The defense please present the relative evidence. What was the insulator that was stuck in the door? None other than the rubber glove. And plus it's white too. Thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag on it that says SL9 incident. Videos used to depict the victim opening the locker. But that wasn't the case. The lit lamp tends to this. At the other crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Meekins? He chokes himself. This is ridiculous. So we had to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Goodman. You don't mean misled, Your Honor. What do you mean? Defense is merely demonstrating the possibility, nothing more. Victim in this video was indeed Goodman. Prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove it. Alright, let's see it. Please testify. For the 3rd time. You stupid schmuck. It's a joke. Well, it's a rather long and boring one. Mystery Man 2. Electric Boogaloo. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. Enter the evidence room, you must use the ID card. The ID card is used, there's a record of it. Time of the crime, the detective used his card. ID card record, I see. I have the record right here. ID card used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why are there so few people using the room? The particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent case involving police staff. Woohoo. So it's only used for things involving the police. I see. Now let's move on to cross-examination. Press everything. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid. Yes, sir. Solid as stone. It wasn't wrapped up in bandages. I didn't give the V for victory sign. And doesn't he just use his right? Can't afford to make any more mistakes. Oh. I don't think we're gonna get anything from pressing. Is the card hanging from your neck, one of the ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs. It's right here so I don't forget it. What if someone were to steal from me, keep me out in the open like that? Yeah, I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 other times, blah blah blah. Yeah. You're right, each police officer has only one card. Both the police department and prosecutor's office can attend to this. Please proceed with your testimony. My ID card is used as a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. See? Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. Huh? Doesn't matter. According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not the prosecutor again. Yeah, he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he can hide the evidence. Oh, I mean, is that man in... What? Why me? Got the wrong color, kid. It seems the inquiry committee would speak again with you today. I have nothing to mention regarding my actions or their consequences. Now let's continue with the cross-examination. It's so difficult for him. Earlier, I believe you testified when you asked the man to show his ID card. He pulled out a knife on you. He didn't show me the ID card. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all I had to do was show it to you. Wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. I'm confused. The problem with this ID testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth missed something like this. Well, if you say so. Well, let's look at our stuff. Pretty much this stuff is useless, like all the way up to the luminol fluid, so let's look at that. F written report. Lost item. Bruce Goodman, ID number. He didn't finish writing it. And there's no item lost or anything, so... No, let's present this, but we gotta find a good enough spot too. No. Now what the hell? I'm picking the last one, because it's usually the last one. I was checking, is that the last one? Yeah, that is the last one. Just making sure. When he's hunched over like that. And let's present this. Wait one moment, Meekins. Not good at waiting. I had the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the scene of the crime. Makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room. I mean the other crime scene, the underground parking lot. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. A very important clue regarding the victim's ID. A lost item report. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman has lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out the report. Let me guess, you believe this something happens to be his ID. I can't say for sure. There's a high probability. The day of the crime, Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! So now, So, what does all that mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole the card. Order! Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense argument. 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID. Am I correct so far? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, must inevitably arrive at one conclusion. If the victim in this video was a fake, then the murder in your evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, right? Moments ago you seemed content in pointing your finger around like I am. This isn't good. Well, well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you got gone to such lengths to prove. The defense has already done the explanation for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department on the day of the crime. The murder crime can only take place in one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murder were being Lana Sky. The evidence is compelling. Trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. What? Have we dug our own grave now? I knew the testimony was far too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, trial's purpose is to examine the murder of Goodman. Just so. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I supposed to get? I object! Because when in doubt, I love objecting. One moment. What now, Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? Cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. It didn't really show much of anything, really. Just a small struggle. Alright. It cannot be said that it's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. That one fingerprint we found. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth, yes. This court to examine this further. The witnesses will be necessary. Prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident in the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for the incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Hell yes. The defense would like to request a specific witness. Who do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activity that took place in the evidence room. Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would like to testify, what is his or her name? Oh, come on, is it really? I mean, it shows his picture for Christ's sake. Thinks he's a cowboy. It's not that hard. Jake Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let him know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department, so it should be longer than 20 minutes. Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is... I'm gonna try to pronounce that. Court in recess. Beautiful. At least it doesn't make us stop through the half of the damn thing. No stopping now, is there, Wright? What do you mean by that? Call for Jake Marshall. Seems you've figured out everything. No, I just want to point the blame on someone who's not, you know, part of, who's not my defendant, my client. Well, technically you did. Why you gotta be such a bitch? Oh, hey, Gumshoe. Oh, I guess I'll come back later. Gumshoe, what is it? Get back over here. Got a lot of nerve making detective run around while on duty. Top it off, you call me here. I've been seeing happier people at funerals. Sorry. You better be. Hey. Hey, hey, hey! Ah! See you there, Miss Sky. It's okay. You brought what I asked? Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Stop it. I mean this. My apologies, Detective. In the present circumstances, it's worse to use Mr. Wright's name while making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I thought it was you who asked me. I bother you. Bring me the SL9 incident files. Even my new. Talk about crazy. SL9 incident. That's how Mr. Wright needed them, so I had them brought here. Oh, something tells me I will like them. Sky was a witness. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. That's for damn sure. Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? Name's in there? I don't know. Unless... Oh no. That's the classification number for the police filed under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. Joe Dark? No. Someone's going ballistic. Turn it off. Just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Figures he leaves when it's getting hectic. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, David Gant, Miles Edgeworth, not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back into the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'm gonna need it. To be continued. Sweet dear Jesus, that took a while, but anyway, next time in Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we'll be going back into the courtroom and pointing our finger at Jake Marshall to figure out what he has done. I'll see you guys then.